Namaskaram. Around 2018, I traveled to South Asian countries of Cambodia and Indonesia extensively. I stayed there for more than a month, and my primary objective was to see the connections between Hindu roots and the rituals that are being followed in these countries and what was existent there, the remnants of it. Although my primary objective was to document Agastya Muni's work and his footprint there, lots of other stories opened up. And for a storyteller, what more can you ask? And more stories open up. During my time in Australia, I did happen to do a little bit of traveling and meet indigenous Aborigine people. Learned many things from their culture, their indigenous practices and other rituals that they perform. These travels and the experiences and the people I met and my observations have constantly enriched me, and I would say that has also contributed to my inward journey. Recently, 2022 October, I had made a trip to the US and I had made an announcement in the channel also that I'm traveling to raise funds for Kashi and other documentary topics. I did not go out as expected, but these things takes time and persistence. So that is work in progress. When I traveled, I observed and learned about different cultures, their likes and dislikes, their food, their behaviors and so on. There is an African saying, until the lion learns to tell his side of the story, the tale of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. I'm not saying I am the lion or the hunter. So when we listen to others, instead of seeing what is right and wrong, if we closely observe and listen to what they're saying, then it becomes an opportunity for us to learn a different perspective than what we hold as our own. And that's exactly what happened to me. I happened to travel in the West Coast and East Coast and a few cities in between. I traveled through all kinds of terrains, different geographies from seashores to mountains and a combination of both. All kinds of vegetations from dense forests to plain deserts and snow-peaked mountains. It was interesting when I realized how a terrain where a person lives could affect their perception of life. Let me introduce a few people whom we will be seeing in this whole series quite often. A Native American elder who lives in a reservation. He shared lots of things.
When the sun is coming up, then we say our prayers for the Creator to watch over us, to protect us.
I could see the parallels my culture has with what he was sharing in many ways.
Snake dancers and the priests will do is they will take the cornmeal and they'll make a big circle, and they put the snakes inside that circle.
My college friend whom I was meeting after 25 years, he settled with his family here and is actively conducting Tamil Siddha devotional singing classes online and in person.
There are specific songs. If you are looking for prosperity, there are certain therapies. If you want to get a good education, there is a song.
A new friend who I stayed with in Chicago, a student of JNU, an IT engineer, a linguist, an active Indologist, and an activist in some way, working towards spreading dharmic aspects to the present and the next generation through his various activities.
Later on, I became the trustee. I run the organization here in the US with a special mandate to preserve and protect and propagate Indic knowledge system.
An IT manager in a multinational company from Houston, who I stayed with and daily does his rituals and lives the life of a Vedi. He has also authored a book which we will talk about.
I selected group of mantras and I came up with a science concept around that group of mantras.
A financial consultant who lives in LA, who loves hiking and long drives, and how he loves Bharath but would rather like to live in the US for various reasons.
This is home now. I've been here for over 30 years. I do miss the food sometimes and the vada pavs. Just the quality of life for me here is better.
and many more whom I met and did not interview, but I will be talking about them in these episodes.
So my dad was saying Himalayas, and Becky says, it's not Himalayas, it's Himalayas. And my father looks at her and says, what do you mean? We named Himalayas, it's not American Himalayas.
The purpose of making this series is to show how Indians abroad perceive and follow the Sanatana Dharma, their contribution and work, how the Bharath culture has evolved over there, and so on. It's absolutely necessary to constantly step out and take a look at ourselves, either as an individual or as a nation. That way we know where we stand and in which direction we need to progress. And this is an attempt to do just that, to take a look at our own culture from an outside standpoint. Come along, learn and enjoy this series. Namaskaram.